No matter what, how many speeches I give, I may not be able to acclimatize to the sense of feeling I have before the speech. Imagine you are famished and the food you ordered was also not delivered on time. The more you wait, the less your patience become. A perfect example for an unhappy scenario. Because as it says in the Snickers ad, you are not you when you are hungry. So what is the positive you could find at this situation to which you could channel your focus? That you may negotiate for a refund, or you could give a poor rating, or even you could yell at the delivery person to vent out your anger and frustration. If you are planning to choose the third option, let me remind you, nowadays delivery persons are brave enough to break customers' nose. Irrespective of what we do, unless it helps us control our emotions and also doesn't hurt others, we never focused on the positive. Focusing on the positive is nothing but refraining ourselves from expressing negative thoughts. Instead, we choose constructive criticism and feedback. Does it ring a bell? Yes, it is the bread and butter of Toastmasters. As a Toastmaster, we always commit ourselves in sharing constructive feedback and also conscious enough not to express negative thoughts that may hurt someone. In my 2.5 years of Toastmaster journey, I never witnessed a Toastmaster who expressed a comment in an unpleasant way. That is the power of Toastmasters, and focusing on the positive has become one of our muscle memories. Though all of that sounds great, there is a catch. How effective are we in implementing this technique outside the Toastmasters world? Of course, I cannot speak for all of you, but I know I have been worse, and this project was the eye opener for me to realize it. As part of this project, I started to note down 3 things whenever I involved in a negative situation. The situation, how did I react to that situation, and how my reaction impacted others. Upon doing that, I started to observe certain interesting patterns from which I would like to cite only a couple of examples here. One, I found myself losing my mind easily to the customer care representatives. You may think it is common because as a customer, we always tend to express our disappointment when things don't go expected. It is acceptable. But in my case, I have been doing it so often. I wasn't even giving enough time for the customer care representatives to look into my queries. I was like, I ordered a product and immediately complaining the customer care, I didn't receive the product. In case if this customer care scenario sounded familiar to you, here is another example. I noticed on any given day, most of the time I lose my patience only to my sister's kids. They always do what I don't want them to do. And that will make me angry. I scold them, I warn them, I threaten them, and sometimes I beat them black and blue. I did all this believing I was helping them to become a better person. I didn't realize that I have been doing this regularly. When I found this to be repeating in my journal, I was ashamed. I was sad. I didn't know I have been so harsh on them. It wasn't them who were doing things wrong all the time. It was me. After all, they were kids, not robots. Once I realized this, I started to forecast similar situations and prepared myself not to react immediately. Because most of the unpleasant acts, including crime, murder, divorce, all happens only when someone reacts so fast without assessing the situation. Once I realized this, I stopped myself from reacting so immediately, and that gave me enough room in my mind to focus on the positive. And when you focus on the positive, there is no way that you could hurt someone. Instead, you support them, encourage them, and spread positivity. Focusing on the positive will not only work theoretically, but it will also work practically only when we apply it right. Remember, it's just like an evaluation session in a Toastmasters meeting. Actively listen, praise the positive, constructively criticize. But unlike a Toastmasters meeting, real life is unpredictable. There may not be people to encourage us and support us all the time. There may not be objectives in advance for us to evaluate and share feedback. It is only up to us. We should identify where we express negative thoughts. And only when we identify it, we could overcome it. But how could we identify it? Well, there may be many ways to do it, but I would suggest you to start with writing a journal just like I did, and that will help you to identify your moments of negativity. Never get disappointed with your negative scenarios, because in order to focus on the positive, one must find what are the negatives. So focus on your negatives to focus on the positive. Over to you, Toastmaster Alex.